Hello everybody, welcome back. Glad you could make it. Now before we get going, I have a quick update. Yes, you might have noticed by the title of this video that we are no longer a part of Horizoncraft. And although we moved on from the server, we definitely did not move on from our plans with this series. I think leaving the server was a bit of a blessing because now we have our own server, the First Light SMP. But just because we're on a new server does not mean that we are starting things fresh. No. We are continuing right where we left off. Which is why we're standing here in the soup bowl in Serenity, because we have some work to do. Now that we are not on the server anymore, there are less players and there's more room for us to grow. So we're going to start by cleaning the slate. We're going to clean up this town. We're going to start things over. We're going to start fresh in our own way. So I think the main objective for us today is going to be just to wipe things clean and start fresh, because as you can see, things are pretty messy right now. This is our main kind of center of town area, and I think I've shown you this before, but this is where the old trade hall used to be. So this is where all the villagers that are in the trading hall over there, we're all here, and we have moved them. And we haven't done anything with this yet. And we have all this just random stuff, you know, composter, we've got cocoa beans, this random wheat field, we got sugar cane there. So we've got stuff all over the place, and we need to just get rid of all of it. You know, this was the starting village or the starting town right when people joined the server initially and first settled. So there's a lot of just, you know, starting stuff. We have an enchanting setup over there. Yeah, this kind of stuff can go now. Like we are established enough that we don't need this sitting out in the open. I mean, we can keep it. It's useful for anybody that might need to enchant something, but it can more than probably look a lot better than that. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to work on today. So let's just fly up and get a better view of what we have going on here. Take a seat on the TIE fighter. We've even got some stuff going there. I don't know where the scaffolding is going. Lots of little farms and random stuff. We got random dirt structures. So we got to fix up all this terrain. We're going to fix up all this terrain. Hopefully we're going to get to all this, you know, clear out all this stuff, get rid of the random sugarcane stuff. And ideally too, what I want to do is fix up the back here. See, this is all open, but this shoreline leads us to our walls where we have fixed up our shorelines and created this cliff. So I want to continue this out as much as possible and then blend it down into the terrain here and fix all this up so that we have a nice clear border along the shoreline of where Serenity is, and then fix this all up, fix all this all the way going around to our lighthouse here. And I think ending it up at the lighthouse and connecting it here is probably where we want to lead it to. I mean, it probably doesn't have to come all the way here. It can kind of come down, taper down there, but it doesn't have to continue past here. So that is quite a long ways, but it can definitely be done. And it'll look a lot better once it is. And then obviously we're going to get rid of all this dirt, turn it into moss, add some trees, just clean this place up a bit so we have a nice blank canvas to work with. Well, we definitely have our work cut out for us, so I think there's no better way to do this than in a soup-style time-lapse. So, here we go. welcome back. That might not have seemed like a whole lot of work, but that was a lot of work. That was about 8 hours of terraforming, of mossing and building up the stone walls and everything. But I think in the end it really paid off, because if we take a look at all this empty space we have now. I cleared out the bee farms, we cleared out all the flowers and the trees and the sugarcane and everything, all the random little builds and just nonsense that was just kind of cluttering up the space. So now everything's clean and we can kind of build up from here. Even if we go over across the river here and take a look over here, we have this whole cliffside leading up to the water line now that matches all the way along here. So this whole thing is connected. Look how far this goes. So this will be kind of the border of Serenity that meets up with the ocean. And of course we'll need to decorate it. It's obviously pretty flat with just the green. But we'll add in the trees, we'll add in some extra builds, we'll add in flowers, and we'll have to connect up all the paths again and everything. But for the time being, I think it's a really good start, because this gives us a bit of a foundation for the rest of everything that we want to build. And I honestly, I haven't even figured out what I actually want to put in this space yet. I definitely have a couple of ideas, but I think the most important thing that we tackle right away is this nether portal. I mean, this this nether portal is pretty sad looking, isn't it? I mean, this just screams beginner portal. And I, you know, this thing has lasted for far too long. We have this massive trade hall. We have all these cool builds. We have this airship, all these nice houses, you know, everything. And then we have this portal. And it sucks. I mean, even if we go through it on the other side, we go onto the nether side. Let's check this out real quick. Even on this side, this thing sucks. This is so ugly. I mean, we have mine over here. This leads directly to my base. And then we have the Serenity portal. And I mean, in contrast, yeah, something has got to be done about this. So I think I think next we need to do something urgently about this portal, both on the nether side and on the overworld side. Because let's face it, these things suck. So I think first things first is we need to figure out some sort of new build for these, because I'm sick of, I mean, I don't even use this thing really. I use the one in my base, but still. This is the communal nether portal, and I think people need a bigger grand entrance on the way to Serenity. So let's see if we can't make this thing look a little bit better, shall we? Okay, welcome back. I think we are finished. You ready for the grand reveal? You ready? Here we go. Boom. Look at that. That is so much better. I mixed in the lush vegetation in with the stone, and then added in kind of some amethyst border, and then obviously made it a lot bigger. And now this thing actually looks presentable. It actually looks inviting. Like, you actually kind of want to use it, you know? And then when you enter or when you exit from the nether, it still leads you right towards the trade hall here, which is the main reason that you would normally come to Serenity. And then I added in the path, and then added in the little free items chests here. We have some food ready to go there, and then of course the entrance. But now when you're leaving the trade hall, we have this grand nether portal to take us back to the nether, to travel to wherever we need to go. And the thing is quite big, and I think it suits the environment quite well. We just need to terraform it a little bit. Or not it itself, but the surrounding area, obviously. Everything kind of needs to be terraformed a little bit, because like I said before, it's kind of flat just with the plain green and no other colors and nothing to contrast, but I still think it looks better than the dirt. Either way, this is a great start. I think we'll just need to add in some trees around it, and then maybe a path coming down this way. But I'm not sure. I guess this path can just lead right here, so that's fine. I'll just add in the path that way. And then another path will go out and connect in that direction somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure what is going to go right in this center section just yet, so I'm not sure where these paths here are going to lead up to. Obviously this needs to be changed too, but we'll make a nice house for these guys. will give these guys a nice place to live somewhere close by. Maybe even right here. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm really happy with this nether portal. This looks really nice. And I think the next thing we need to do is just do the other side, because obviously the nether side of the portal still is kind of ugly. So that's the next thing we'll do. I think we'll pop over, and I think for that one, what I'm gonna do is gonna bring over the same kind of style with the spruce trees and the moss and everything like that. And I'm just gonna bring that over and create a little section of this around the portal in that area, and maybe even do kind of a smaller version of this in that section as well. And then it'll be a clue, or a pretty clear sign that this is the Serenity portal. So that's the next project. So let's get working. Well, there we have it. Another portal all finished. I told you we'd be doing a lot of building this episode, but I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I mean, Serenity is a beautiful town, and it's going to be even more beautiful soon, and so it definitely deserves a beautiful entrance as well. We have these, again, the nice matching spruce trees like we have in Serenity. All the nice moss everywhere with some flowers and everything. We got the lush vegetation mixed in with the stone. And then, of course, the nice geode kind of inside to the nether portal. And here we are back in the overworld, because when you build something big, you always have a lot of cleanup to do. And we have a lot of cleanup to do. I mean, if we just go and take a look, we have shulker boxes and chests everywhere. Just from cleaning up all the random builds and all the junk and the pathways and random blocks and everything. These are from when I was building and mossing stuff. And we come over to here, and we've got even more chests of stuff. These ones aren't quite as full, thankfully. And we have we have even more over here. Fly over here. There's even more stuff that we have to deal with, and that doesn't even include the stuff that we have sitting in our storage that I've been messing around with. We have even more shulkers over there, so oh man, we have a lot of cleaning up to do, unfortunately. But when you have a lot of cleaning up to do, it just means that you've got a lot done, and we definitely got a lot done this episode. I mean, the terraforming that we did, and the nether portals, everything. I mean, maybe it doesn't look like a whole lot, but it definitely took a long time, and it definitely clears the way for us to build some new and better builds in here. Definitely gives us a nice foundation and a clean canvas to work with. If you guys have any cool build suggestions for things that you would like to see in Serenity, that would be really cool, actually, because I don't know. I think there's a few things that I would like to build, but I still have a lot of space that is open, and I am open to suggestions. The one thing that I actually want to say that I would like to try to do is build a really massive tree. And I mean, not like a big tree like this. I mean like a tree like big. And I put it right in the center here, because this used to be a little PvP arena. But it hasn't been used in forever, and on this server there's not a whole lot of people that do a bunch of PvP, so I don't want to tear this down, because it is kind of nice. It's cool, aesthetic, and it matches with everything else, so I don't want to take it down. But I don't know what else to put in the middle. Like, we don't really need to put any structures or anything in the middle, but I think because of this nice round circle shape, it would be really cool to have like a massive, like giant tree that reaches up like a couple hundred blocks kind of up to this level here, you know? Not a spruce tree or a pine tree, but, you know, a nice kind of oak tree. I think that would be really cool, and a big challenge for me too, because I have not built a tree anywhere near that size before, so something like that would definitely test my abilities for sure. One of my favorite parts about Minecraft is tackling a large project and a challenging idea that you have, and not sure if you're able to pull it off, but then you get to work and you make it work and it looks better than you had ever expected. The feeling that you get after something like that is just phenomenal. So I think the next challenge that I want to put myself to is a giant tree. So we'll see if I can pull it off. But I think that's all the time we have for this episode. I know it's a little bit shorter than my other videos, but I think going forward, I'm going to make them a little bit shorter, a little bit more to the point, more building, less talking, and we'll get a lot more progress done that way. So if you like this content and you want to see more, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And if you do, we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.